Hey, what's up? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review over The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is probably going to be a very quick recap, review, whatever you want to call it. All right, so Sutton picks up Erica. Sutton has rented out a spa, I think in West Hollywood. So they go there, they have conversation. Let me just go ahead and talk about Erica. I don't know what's going on with Erica and Tom. I watched the documentary about her and Tom, and I've already gave my opinion on that. Now that we're talking about the show, it is weird. It's weird to now see, because I never watched Real Housewives of Beverly Hills like that, so it is weird to see Erica and how she moves throughout the show now, especially knowing what I saw on the documentary. I don't know what to think. I honestly don't. I feel, when it comes to Erica and Tom, I think that to a certain degree, I think that Erica knew something. Like, while I do understand that lawyers and doctors, they make very good money, it's almost like, did you really think he made this type of money, though? To the point where, like, you could have a jet for domestic travels, a jet for international travels. This man is basically funding this music career that, from what I understand, wasn't making no money, right? You have $40,000 a month you spend $40,000 a month just on glam, So we know rich people live a whole different lifestyle, but based off of what we usually think lawyers make, are y'all living like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all might live in $1 million house, a multi-million-dollar house maybe, but girl, like that. So I do think a part of me feels like she knew something wasn't right. Like, something ain't right. But then another part of me is like, Erica, you're not going to tell me you was married to this man for 22 years and you didn't know something. I guess I'm making this about the documentary now. It's hard for me to watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and not think about the documentary, basically. Because now I'm looking at her like, girl, are you putting on the show? Like, are you putting on a show? Because she made a comment about her being the ice queen. And I've heard other people say that I've heard other people call her the ice queen. I guess that's why she made a joke about her being the ice queen. Like, let me ask y'all, has Erica been this vocal before about her relationship with Tom? Because, like, now to me, well, I can't say to me, but it feels like they're trying to paint Tom. Not to say that he isn't, because I definitely think that he stole from them people, right? I think Tom stole, you know what? I think Tom stole the money. Erica knew about it. So in a way, I guess that makes Erica guilty by association. She lived off of it, right? So I guess in a way that does make Erica guilty, but does that make her guilty in the sense of, girl, you going to jail? Maybe so. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know nothing about the law. Not like that. I don't know. But, I feel as though they're trying to paint Tom, not trying to paint him, because I'm saying it like he's a good man, because I think he was definitely stealing. The way they're presenting Tom on the show is like Tom was this mean man. Was he mean? I don't know. Y'all tell me, y'all been watching the show. I don't know. The whole thing is a mess. Because it's like now I left. Girl, she ain't text the man. She ain't called the man. It's like she dropped him off to work, went home, got all her stuff, left, served him the next day, I believe, and she hasn't spoken to the man at all. Y'all don't think that's strange? I don't know. Ooh, Erica Jayne, please don't let me find out you're a trifling ass bitch. Girl. I'm done talking about her. Crystal is kickboxing. Did her daughter call her stupid? I said, okay. Garcelle now has a housekeeper. You know, she says she's busy. Her son, well, one of her sons doesn't want her to get married, but he knows that all bets are off if it's Brad Pitt. I said, I know that's right, Garcelle. Erica picks up Lisa. Erica picks up Lisa. Girl, when Erica pulled up to that house, I thought Erica was pulling up to her old house. Girl, I was like, oh, she going back to the scene, girl. Erica tells Lisa that Garcelle told her, basically she was out shopping and a woman told her that she saw Tom with a 60-year-old woman, and Erica was just basically like, if he's still out here trying to get some pussy at 81 and a half years old, then more power to you. Amelia and Scott Disick, you know, I'll just go ahead and knock them out of the way. They talked about this later on in the episode, and everybody was pretty much on the same page of absolutely not. You know, Kathy was like, girl, what can you do? It could be worse. I mean, girl, her daughter was on camera sucking dick. So that's what Kathy was probably coming from. Girl, my daughter, I would rather have my daughter her dating a 37-year-old man than have a video of her getting her back banged out for everybody to see, right? But this is the truth. You know, y'all know I think it's weird. You know, a couple of you have told me, I remember one exactly, told me that you dated an older man. I think you told me you were like in your early 20s and your man was like in his late 40s. Girl, more power to you. I just think it's something strange and weird. I think it's weird that a 40-year-old man in this situation, that a close to 40-year-old man is dating a 18, 19-year-old. I just think it's weird. Like, what do you have in common? If my nieces were 18 and dating a 37-year-old man with 3 kids, I would be livid. When I tell you, baby, I would tear up Houston, Texas. It ain't nothing you can do about it because they 18, right? So at this point, legally, they're grown. But we know 18, you're still a goddamn child. When I tell you, I would be that ceiling does not look even. Remember we had a hurricane. Remember we had a real bad years ago, Hurricane Harvey? Was it Hurricane Harvey or Hurricane Harry? I think Hurricane Harvey. Girl, my ceiling, I live on a second floor. My ceiling was damaged in the hurricane and they never fixed it. But now it looks weird. I never look at my ceiling, but maybe it's been like that and I just never noticed how bad it was. It looks like it's like leaning in. Amelia and Scott. Girl, I'm ready to go. Amelia and Scott. You know, I think that with Scott, I just think it's gross. I think it's nasty. I think it's gross. I think I think that what other purpose are you, like, what is your real reasoning for being with someone who you really could be Amelia's father, like in real life? I just don't like it in the conversation. But girl, it ain't my child. Mauricio, you know, I don't know what it is about Mauricio that get my nipples hard. Oh, if I ever meet Mauricio, hey, Miss Cow, girl, I'm sure you get this all the time. Girl, if I ever meet you or if I ever run across your husband, can you ask him? I just want to hug him for like 3 seconds. I just want to hug him just like this, just like for like 10 seconds, and then that's it. Girl, that's all I want. All I want to do. Oh, Mauricio was in there cooking, baby. Girl, so clearly their daughters, I guess they have 3 daughters. Well, 2 of the daughters are very, very close. I think her name was Portia, and I forgot the other girl's name. So she basically surprised the little girl. They have a very close relationship. She was dramatic as hell. Mauricio was like, "Who was that? Who was that? Who was that?" Girl, at this point, girl, the killer in the house, Mauricio. Mauricio was probably so goddamn high, he didn't know what was going on, child. So anyways, Dorit has a large picture of herself in her home. I do not, girl. I mean, I know, girl. I know some people who have pictures in their house, right? But there's one thing for you to have a picture of just around, girl. When people have those large pictures of themselves on their walls, I'm like, girl. I mean, I guess what's the difference of people having that pictures plastered all over their Instagram page, right? Is it the same thing? No, I don't know. Garcelle has an older son. Baby, her son look like he might be fine as hell, but he like white women. And girl, you know one thing about a white woman do not care. Girl, let me shut up. He got a white woman who, you know, picked him up and, you know, loved him through his hard times, and now they have a biological child together. Garcelle says that she calls the other children her grandchildren. So shout out to Garcelle for accepting her son's stepchildren as her, you know, own grandchildren. So they're talking about basically Cal talking about he gotta have a blue chick because they started talking about that's what it was. Garcelle is on a dating site, I think Bumblebee or something like that. And Cal was like, he gotta have a blue check. And then Erica was like, girl, fuck that. Girl, I need to see the financials. I said, I know that's right, Miss Thing. Bitch, a blue check, that's all it takes. That we know Kyle telling the goddamn lie, girl. It's gonna take more than the blue check, okay? But that lifestyle y'all living, girl. So the whole mess at the end of the episode. This is how I look at it. Oh, it's good. Sorry, I'm getting sleepy. This is how I look at it. I think that Kathy is the one who got the whole party started. I don't think she did it intentionally. However, it still doesn't take away from the fact that the reason why this conversation happened again was because of Kathy. And then Kyle didn't make it no better by basically saying, girl, you need to take the word violation back, right? At the end of the day, the truth is, even if you don't like the word, her privacy was violated. Do I think that it is a strong word? Yes, because I think that for me and probably for some of you guys too, I think that when you do hear violation, I think that for some of us, we do think of like violation of the body. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? That type of violation, right? It ain't just, somebody just walked in and saw you naked. However, that still is a violation, right? I like the fact, excuse me, I like the fact that Crystal stood her ground. I'm not taking a word back. We can stop talking about it. It is what it is. We fine, girl. We can sit here and giggle because I'm not changing my word. You know, Sutton was on some real, baby, you don't want it with me, girl. You don't want to see me angry. You know, Sutton give me real, I pay people to kill people. That's what Sutton give me low key. Kathy started talking and she said something about Kathy said something about Dorit. She was like, the English. She was like, that's my English girl. And they were like, she's not English. That's my husband. She was like, okay, whatever. Kathy was like, girl, quiet as it's kept. I told y'all, I thought that Dorit was like from Australia or from somewhere. They just said the bitch was from Kentucky. Dorit changed her whole accent, her whole face, and don't understand why people think that her whole face will change because, bitch, you look different. Girl, why she calling you English? Because she think you from the UK. Bitch, I thought your ass was Australia. Oh, child. That was pretty much it. You know, I see a lot of people, I'm getting into Twitter a little bit. I think that Crystal gets a lot. I see from what I see. I think that Crystal's getting the bad end of the stick as far as like as it pertains to the fans of the show. But it is what it is. I think for some reason that happens with newbies, and then I think once you put some color into it, oh, there we go. The girls don't like the Asian girl coming for the rich white woman. That's what I think. Anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye.